Alright, I'm glad everyone enjoyed the video there. This next slide goes over what to expect from the presentation that we're going to be going through today. Um, right now, the first step we're going to go over a university overview, and I hope the video sort of helped you with that overview as well. Then we're going to go into the academic programs, followed up by student life, how you fit into the university in regards to admission standards, financial aid, scholarships, and essentially how to apply. I know we may have sophomores, juniors, and seniors in the room, so we will go over all that information here as well. The next slide that we're looking at goes into by the numbers so you can get to know us a little bit more. We were founded in 1964, so we're celebrating our 50th birthday this year. We've done a lot of things in a short amount of time that our university has been around. One of them, we have a beautiful 300-acre campus, 314-acre campus right here in the heart of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Over 150 alumni in 63 different countries. And some of the students in the room may be interested in one of our more than 50 undergraduate majors. This university really gives you, the student, the opportunity to explore and learn more about yourself. And what students get the benefit of is also our 100+ graduate programs that we have to offer as well. Excuse me, on our website we have a listing of all of those majors that you may be looking for, as well as some descriptions of those majors as well. So I definitely encourage you to look into those because you may be interested in biology, but also may show some interest in dance or psychology. So I really encourage all my students to really explore and not only learn more about yourself, but learn more about our programs as well. The next slide goes over some additional points that I'd like to make you aware of. We have an extremely diverse campus here. We have representation of student-wise from over 116 countries. So as you're learning about your coursework, you also get to learn about students and from different walks of life as well. With that being said, we have a pretty diverse group of students on campus in regards to clubs and organizations. Anything from a scuba club to a scrapbooking up organization to fraternities, sororities, the list goes on and on. So I definitely encourage all my students to join a club or two when they come to NSU. One of the things that makes NSU so very unique is that we have an average class size of 22. So students, you won't have to worry about a large classroom with possibly 100 or 200 students in class. Here at NSU, you're really going to experience an average class size of 22 students per class. So in that atmosphere, you get to really engage with your professors as well as your peers. If we have any athletes in the room or students who like to watch sports, we have 17 NCAA Division II athletic teams as well. If you have the opportunity later on to browse through our website, we have a beautiful 325,000 square foot, library. It's known as one of the largest libraries in the state of Florida. So you have all the resources available to you there. If you're not familiar with the South Florida climate or living in Fort Lauderdale climate, we have beautiful weather year round. I wish I was outside. You can see the window behind me. It's really nice outside, and we hope you enjoy that aspect of the university as well. NSU academics, smaller class sizes really do mean bigger results for you. As I mentioned earlier, the average class size is 22 here at the university. Any majors that you're interested in are going to be housed under the various divisions that are represented on your screen. So you may be interested in business, administration, or management, marketing, whatever it may be. That will be housed under our business division here at the university. And you can find the rest of the divisions, as I mentioned, located on your screen for you as well. Now I know we have a couple questions from the audience, and I'll make sure to answer those questions. We have questions about the honors program, which we'll go over to the next slide here. We'll go over a couple of our highlighted value-added programs. One of them is dual admissions. Dual admissions is a special program that we offer students that will essentially reserve a seat for a student based on their high school GPA and test scores in one of our graduate or professional schools. So essentially, if a student wants to go off to medical school, we have a medical school here on campus, and if you get into our dual admissions program, not only will you be accepted as an undergraduate student to reserve a seat in our undergraduate program, you'll also have your seat reserved for you in our medical school as well. So that goes the same, for our law school, our graduate business programs, our pharmacy school, so on and so forth. I'll use a short example. Our dental school is one of the most applied to dental schools in the nation. So if you get into our dual admissions program, you'll have that peace of mind knowing that your hard work in high school has really paid off and that you have one of those seats reserved for you in dental school. So that's our dual admissions program and our first value added program. Now, I know Brianna had a question about our honors program. A lot of students love the honors program because it's more of a out-of-the-box style of learning environment. Students really get the opportunity to take classes in different formats. You'll have a smaller classroom setting. As I previously mentioned, our average class size is 22. But in our honors program averages anywhere from 7 to 12 students. So not only do you have richer learning experiences, you have the opportunity to do research within that setting. You really just get a really rich and unique learning opportunity within that honors program. A couple of the other things that students likes and benefits are early class registration, meet guest speakers. We have guest speakers who come to our campus from all walks of life. Anyone from the Dalai Lama to Michael Phelps, to Bill Cosby, to John Legend. So we have people who come who want to share their stories with our students. And as an honors student, you sort of get to meet and greet and take pictures, possibly with these very special, distinguished guest speakers who we invite to our campus. So that is our honors program. Another program that we do offer is clinic exploration. As I mentioned earlier, college really gives you the opportunity to explore. Through this clinic exploration program, we're really giving you, the student, the opportunity to shadow some of our medical professionals in some of our clinics here on our NSU campus. So if you've always wondered what it would take to be a dentist, an audiologist, an optometrist, we would love for you to shadow these medical professionals so you can learn more about the field and make sure, okay, this may be something that you're interested in. You may have said, I want to become a doctor. So it wouldn't hurt you to shadow a doctor and also shadow a surgeon, whatever it may be. So we want to make sure that you're exposed and you have different avenues and learn more about the medical professions. So that is our clinic exploration program. The next slide, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, through our honors program, I mentioned a little bit about research. Here at the university, we are a research institution and we conduct a lot of research at NSU. And a lot of students, when I'm speaking with them, they say, hey Shane, do undergraduate students conduct research? And the answer is yes. It's faculty sponsored, student driven research. So you have the opportunity to really make a mark on not only possibly the university, but also the world with the research that you may be conducting here at NSU. We're actually in the process. We just broke ground back in February on an $80 million Center for Collaborative Research facility. So we're really excited. This collaborative research facility really gives students from different various disciplines to really come together and conduct research in this facility. And while you conduct this research, you can present them at various events. Student symposiums, our Farquhar Student Journal. Students travel all over the world, so to speak, to various conferences, and you actually have the opportunity to publish your work as an undergraduate student as well. So those are some of our research opportunities at NSU. The next slide, we do have an active study abroad or travel study program here at NSU. Gives you, the student, the opportunity to utilize the world as your classroom. So students can travel, essentially, as I mentioned, all over the world, travel as a class, travel as individuals to various international universities, and really as I mentioned before, utilize the world as a classroom. So on the screen there, you'll see some of the places that we have gone. By any means, these are not all the places that NSU has been, but it really gets to show you we want to make sure that you have a global look and look out to your degree programs. And if you want to study, for instance, marine biology, why not go to the Galapagos Islands to study and learn in that environment? Some of our students have, as it mentions on the screen here, been to Dubai and Spain, Mexico. So really, if you have the opportunity, our academic advisors, our international office here at the university are very supportive of helping you make these trips possible. Now we're going to get into some information on student life. As I mentioned earlier, we have over, excuse me, 120 clubs and organizations here on campus. So on the screen there, you'll find some of the various areas where we have our clubs and organizations. So anything from academic and educational clubs and organizations to arts, media, community service-based clubs and organizations, all the way down to religious and social Greek organizations as well. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, I don't want students to feel that they have to join all 120 clubs or organizations when you come here to campus, but I definitely encourage you to get involved. That was a big part of my college experience here at NSU. I was involved in some great clubs and organizations here on campus. Caribbean Students Association, I was also involved in a fraternity. So I was a well-rounded student, and it was some of the best times. I met some really great people. So I definitely encourage you to get involved as well. The next slide goes over living on campus. We have beautiful on-campus residential halls. Top 10 reasons why you should live on campus. Number 10, if you want to walk to class in your pajamas, that's not a problem. Living on campus, you really do have the convenience of being right here. You're steps away from class, you're steps away from the university center where you can go grab a bite to eat, or a smoothie at Juice Blends, or mocha frappa chai, whatever it may be at Starbucks. So you do have those opportunities. Number 9, I'm not sure if many of you are familiar with South Florida. We're near some major highways, being Interstate 95, Interstate 595, and there's a lot of traffic in this area, but living on campus, you will not have to deal with those traffic jams, so that's definitely a convenience for you as well. Free food from residential advisors programs. I was a resident advisor here on campus, so they're there for you to help you through your time here while you're living on campus, so you can obtain free food from them. You go walk back and forth between classes. That's very key. And also, students who live on campus are likely to get better grades and graduate, essentially, because you're involved in clubs and organizations. You have all the support services here for you as well. The top 5, free laundry, cable, phone, utilities, internet. We actually have the option for you. Again, free unlimited laundry. The only thing we essentially don't provide is the soap, but you have the laundry machines and the water available for you. But you can actually, receive a text message on your phone to let you know your laundry's done. So we even have a lot of technology within even our washer and dryer machines. You could check if you're upstairs. You could check and look downstairs at the laundry machines to see what laundry machine is available prior to even getting downstairs. So we have lots of conveniences there as well. Want to make sure you're essentially safe, comfortable here at NSU. You can keep your car on campus. That was pretty, key for me as living on campus. I wanted to make sure I had the ability to bring my car as a freshman, and NSU still does do that. You have the same rights as privileges as any other student here on campus, and you have your own residential lot available to you as well. Excuse me. So, residential staff are also available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and students who live on campus do get better grades, and you will really and truly have the ultimate college experience. Next slide, living on campus continued. You'll have a meal plan. You get $2,600 for the year. We'll go over all the numbers a little bit later, more in detail, but you get $2,600 for the year, $1,300 per semester. So it's sort of like it's a declining balanced meal plan. So if you go and to Subway and get a sandwich, $5-6 will come off that card. So that's how those meal plans works. But you have a lot of different places to eat around campus. We just redid our flight deck, which is a student lounge area. We also have some really good food there. So that's an awesome place for you to hang out with your friends, bring a book, textbook, and study, but also get chicken and waffles or a nice turkey sandwich or wings or whatever it may be. So we have some pretty nice places for you to eat on campus. Free shuttles. Some of our shuttles around campus are there for, well, all of our shuttles are free around campus. They're air conditioned, they ride every 10 minutes, and they also connect to local city transit. So if you're coming from afar, or even if you're a local student and you want to take the public transportation route, our Shark shuttles will connect you to that as well. We do take campus security as of utmost importance to us here on campus. We want to make sure each and every student, person who steps foot on our campus is safe. So public safety officers are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Some of the buildings, or most of the buildings, require access from your Shark card. So you'll have your Shark card on you at all times. You'll enter parking lots, you'll enter residential halls, using your Shark card. And if one day you're just walking back from class and something doesn't feel right, you just want someone to walk with you, we also have the opportunity for a public safety officer to give you a safety escort upon your request. So we're here to make sure each and every student is safe and secure on NSU's campus. I'm living in South Florida. I'm not sure how many of you live in the South Florida or Florida area, but it's a pretty great place to stay. You're 15 minutes away from the beach. You're 15 minutes away from the Everglades. So we're right smack in the middle of everything. Depending on who's driving, we could be 3 hours away from Orlando, 30 minutes away from South Beach. So we're in a pretty nice area for you to not only study, but also, enjoy the community in which you live in. A lot of students, go to open air concerts, different festivals, kayak. I like to do some fishing myself. If you look at the picture on your screen there, that's actually President Hamby, the president of our university. He's a big scuba diver himself, so he's underwater there in that picture. Gourmet dining, world-class shopping, great sports teams. If you're interested in the sports, my beloved Miami Heat, not too far away from us. Hockey team, the Florida Panthers are right there, Florida Marlins. So lots of things for you to do and see. We also do own the Fort Lauderdale Museum of Arts as well. So a lot of students who like to review works or whatever it may be are able to take advantage of those conveniences. For our athletes in the room, we actually compete, as I mentioned before, in NCAA Division II athletics, and those are the sports teams that we currently have at the university. So anything from baseball all the way down to volleyball here. A lot of students ask me, Shane, I really want to concentrate on, athletics or my education. You're a student athlete. You're not an athlete student, so the student part does come first, and that has stayed true to our athletic department as well. 14 straight consecutive semesters, our student athletes have had a 3.0 overall departmental GPA. So that we're really, excited and proud of our student athletes. Not only do they win on the court, field, pool, whatever it may be, they also win in the classroom, so to speak, as well. Our men's and women's golf team have done really well. Our men's golf team are heading out to the nationals this year, so our women's rowing team, women's rowing won the national championship last year, so we're extremely proud of our student athletes here on campus as well. Admissions and financial aid. That's the next step that we're here at. So by the numbers, our average high school student has a 3.84 average high school GPA. The average SAT is a 1076. Now when you're considering SAT at the university, we only look at the math and verbal portions here at NSU. The average ACT is a 24. If any transfer students are in the room, we have a 3.12 average college GPA as well. The next slide will go over some of our tuition fees, and I apologize for the inconvenience here. Our tuition has for the 2014-2015 year has been posted. It's a little bit different than what you're seeing now. It's $25,950 flat rate tuition fee. You could take anywhere from 12 to 18 credit hours per semester under this tuition rate. So we're extremely affordable private university. The average student takes around 15 credit hours. So that's, if you take 15 credit hours per semester, 30 credit hours per year, you'll finish in that 4-year time frame, because it will take you 120 credit hours to complete a degree here from us here at NSU. The housing fees are a little bit different for 2014-2015 annual year. It's $9,880. So again, for tuition, $25,950. For housing, $98.80. So we're extremely affordable in that regard as well. Now I know a lot of students generally ask about scholarships and financial aid, which is a great question. I encourage all my students to start early. If you're a senior now, you have you're still not late to apply to NSU. So I encourage you to get in contact with us here at admissions, and we can help you through that process. If you're a junior, a lot of my juniors will start their process this summer, start applying, start taking advantage of, looking for scholarships and getting prepared for dual admissions and the honors program, so on and so forth. But financial aid does come in different forms: grants, scholarships, loans, and work study. Good thing about grants is money provided with no financial obligation, no financial repayment obligation or anything like that. Generally speaking, grants are awarded on a first come, first served basis, and they're generally speaking based on need as well, financial need. So that's some information on grants. Scholarships, payments made to support students' education. These may be awarded on an academic basis or other achievements. So students may be awarded based on, playing a sport, being left-handed, enjoying, whatever it may be, being a great artist. So you could receive scholarships for essentially a lot of different things. So I encourage my students to look into our scholarship website. We do post institutional and external scholarships that may be available to you as well. Loans. Loans are there to help you through your educational journey, but they're monies borrowed that must be repaid later on once you finish school in some cases. So, I encourage students, they're there to help you through your educational journey, but we also have financial aid counselors here to make sure that you're borrowing responsibly and you understand, you'll have to pay them back later as well. Work study program, we do have work study. They're essentially jobs that allow students to earn money towards their education while they're enrolled in school. Students can get, jobs related to their program of interest. When I was a student here, I had on-campus jobs, as I mentioned before. I was a resident advisor, but I also had on-campus job as a math tutor. So there's, anything from that. Students working on a university center, on a library, or a business school. So there are lots of opportunities available to you in that regard as well. Some of our, now we're going to get into our admissions procedures. So you're going to apply to the university. You'll submit your application at nova.edu/admissions. After that, you'll send all your official final transcripts and all your previous coursework from high school. It's important, if you look at the bottom of the screen there, your test scores. Please make sure to direct your test scores by utilizing our NSU or SAT codes, SAT and ACT codes. So NSU's SAT code is 5514. The ACT code is 6706. So once you sit for the test, you can provide them with that information, so your scores will be sent automatically to us here at NSU. Financial aid may also be awarded through, religious organizations, professional or service organizations, private foundations, the military. The list goes on and on. So I encourage students, again, to utilize your time wisely, to make sure that you're taking advantage of all the scholarships or all the aid that may be available for you. Also, other sources are, utilizing the library, local chamber of commerce, and also the internet. I just advise students to be careful of just going on to Google or a search engine and typing in scholarships, because You know, there are a lot of people unfortunately trying to scam you, and just be careful of that. So on our website, again, I'll reference it. If you go to nova.edu/admissions and you click on the financial aid links, you'll find a list of our institutional and external scholarships as well. So that would be a great starting point for you. NSU, some of our awards, some of our highlighted scholarships are listed on the screen now. So we have our Dean Scholarship, anywhere from $2,000 to $9,500, and this is based on academic achievement. So this is a partial award based on achievement. So every student will essentially receive a piece of the pie based on their high school GPA and their test scores. So anywhere from $2,000 to $9,500 there. We do also offer an NSU President's Scholarship. This is a full tuition scholarship provided for freshmen and transfer students in state and out of state. So we provide this for all different types of students. For full tuition, transfer is a little bit different, but for our freshman students, if you're in the state, if you're a Florida resident and you've gone to school in the state of Florida, what you're really looking for is you want to make sure that you meet the requirements for the Florida Academic Scholars Award provided by Bright Futures. So if you meet those requirements, and generally the state's looking for a 3.5, 1290 SAT without the writing portion, and or a 29 ACT plus 100 community service hours, you will also meet the requirements for this President's Scholarship. So you'll get a full tuition award and $1,000 towards room and board. For our students who may be out of state, the same thing applies for you. GPA and test score wise, we're looking for students with 3.5, 1290 and above without the writing portion, or 2090 ACT. So again, if you meet those qualifications, you're doing a great job. If you're not, you're still doing great, but make sure to, you can continue to work towards this. This scholarship usually will be awarded around anywhere from January to around May. So you want to make sure to get this information to us as soon as possible. Phi Theta Kappa is a transfer scholarship that we have generally for transfer students, but we also have a pretty unique program called Racer's Edge. Not only is this a scholarship program, it is a leadership development program here at the university. We're looking for students who are leaders in the classroom, community, sports teams, clubs, and organizations to continue as leaders at NSU. We want you to continue to evolve as a leader. So if you receive this scholarship, you're eligible for a $10,000 a year scholarship. It gets broken up into $5,500 towards tuition, $4,000 towards room, and $500 towards your meal plan. So that is an excellent scholarship opportunity available for you. Now, financial aid, a big process is to fill out your FAFSA. So January 1, 2015, our juniors who are in the room, students who are juniors currently and going to be rising seniors, so to speak, you want to make sure that you fill out your FAFSA, and I provided you with the NSU code there. If there are any seniors in the room now, students who are graduating this year and interested in coming to NSU for fall 2014, you are going to want to make sure, if you haven't done so already, to complete your FAFSA. One of the grants, as I mentioned, now you all are aware of some grants and how they work. The FRAG is a Florida Resident Access Grant. This grant is for students who are Florida residents and who plan to attend a private university. So if you meet those qualifications, the grant's a little over $2,000 for meeting those qualifications. Those are essentially free monies given to you to help you towards your educational journey. If you need additional resources to help you plan ahead, and we have our financial aid counselors here, but we also have a net price calculator listed on our website as well. Just about wrapped up here, so if you have any questions, please feel free to post them on the board, and I can answer them before we leave. But I want to make sure that you all sign up for a VIP page. This VIP page is Nova's portal where you can customize your page, personalize it based on your interests. You can receive RSVP. You can RSVP for essentially upcoming events. We do have various open houses, campus visit days throughout the year. So I definitely encourage students, if you don't have a VIP page set up, if you go to our website, nova.edu/admissions, on the right-hand side of your screen there, you'll find a link to sign up for our VIP page. As well, you'll be able to apply through your VIP page to the university. So that's a great way for you to get all the information that you need for NSU. I want to thank you all for coming to NSU's presentation here today. You all have been a great bunch. You asked some pretty good questions about honors and things of that nature. If there's anything that we can do for you here at NSU, please feel free to let us know. Our admissions number is 954-262-8000, and we can be reached. My name is Shane. I can help you out as well. So I thank you all for attending this session. If we don't have any other questions, I hope you have a great day. Any other questions? All right, well, thank you so much for your time, and I hope everyone has a great day. Bye-bye now.